Now from the home of the Dog Pound, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. But today, no waiting around. We jump right into an AFC North battle in Week 1, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Cleveland. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
They'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another connection between the two. This one good. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Bengals' 43-yard line.
70 Timberwolves.
They'll drop to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. There's the stiff arm. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
11.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
This is Fant on the short completion. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Now he can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
Here we go.
Back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And Burrow going to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. In trouble, and he's taken down. Donovan Ezeraku. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. So on 4th down, Ryan Rico on to punt for the Bengals. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That gets all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A give up the middle, Jenkins. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Hold the ready. Here we go. Set. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up, forcing the incompletion.
Hard throw, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
That's good for a Browns 1st down.
Liking 18. Liking 18. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is taken in by Njoku. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Bengals now
Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the... They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, here's Jenkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 on a first down. A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL. Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Third of the field where he threw that one. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might... Quinshon Judkins, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This is Fant on the short completion. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they had a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
This is Fant on the short completion. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go. Stop.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Noah Fant, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. A Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
46-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll swing this out to Jenkins. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw again. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshon Judkins making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown of his NFL debut. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. A try here for the extra point. He knocks it through, and he extends the lead to 21-8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. They're on the 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
On 1, ready? Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow going for it on fourth. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. That's caught inside the 20. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Andre Yoshibas as time expires in the first half. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. So they get 2 more on the half's final play, and they shave 8 off this deficit as we head to the break. See if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, they had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of...
A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Burrow looking to pass. And he's taken in by the tight end Finn. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Well, so he stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And this time he is in. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
It's caught at the 1. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the 2-point conversion. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
offense ready to go. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
A 7-yard loss.
Shamar Stewart. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football. And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. His throw incomplete.
Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
Gun.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's got a Bengals first down as he'll take this forward to the 27. Well, he's certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed.
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. And it's on EA Sports. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Here we go. A gain of 13 yards.
Burrow will throw.
First down.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And that
falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you pay.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a first and 10. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Cougar 19.
Out of the gun now on third down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle.
And a great return here gets us all the way down to the 26-yard line.
The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Gun.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
11. Get set.
Now it's Burrow.
On the slant, it's Fant.
Touchdown, Bengals. Noah Fant, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bengals are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Battle.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Now it's Burrow.
This one complete to Yoshibas.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Andre Yoshibas.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth-quarter lead. Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
He knocks it through, and it's 35-21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for the Browns. First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerry Judy,
31 yards.
and the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
Line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And the Bengals first down.
Here we go. Can.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
11.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball.
T. Higgins,
48 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead.
what a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Browns drive about to get started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 30.
He'll look to throw here.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays up.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of throws already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
Back to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand-new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Cincinnati, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they obviously fall to 0-1.